Inside King Charles and Camilla, Clarence House, Highgrove House, and more 2023. King Charles III early life. King Charles III was born November 14, 1948. His first services appointment was in 1969. His favorite food is climbed eggs, and he likes to drink whiskey. He enjoys going to Scotland, UK, Gloucestershire, Switzerland, and the Eleuthera in the Caribbean. He enjoys stalking, firing, fishing, polo, skiing, oil, jotting, and reading. On February 24, 1981, the engagement of Charles, Prince of Wales, and Lady Diana Spencer was blazoned at Buckingham Palace. On July 29, 1981, Charles married Princess Diana. The puck-tail marriage took place at St. Paul's Cathedral. 11 months laterally, on June 21, 1982, Prince William of Wales was born. William is alternate in line for the throne after his father. 2 times laterally, their alternate son Prince Harry was born September 15, 1984. Diana said that during the months ahead was his birth. She and Charles were nearer than they ever had been ahead. But after the birth of Harry, the marriage went poorly wrong. On August 28, 1996, the puck-tail marriage came to an end. Charles and Diana disassociated. A time laterally, on August 31, 1997, Diana failed in an auto crash. Charles now is wedded to his longtime love, Camilla, Queen Consort. King Charles and Camilla's relationship timeline. King Charles and Queen Camilla's love story has been anything but conventional. Despite marrying Diana Spencer, Charles Noe got over his former gal and against all odds. They got their happy ending 35 times after they first met. Then's the true story of how their twisty turn I love story played out, in case the crown piqued your interest. Camilla Shand is born on July 17th, making her 16 months aged than her unborn hubby. Prince Charles Philip Arthur George, born November 14, 1948, the son of a British Army officer. Camilla grows up fraternizing with royals and attends Queensgate Academy in London and finishing seminaries in Switzerland. 1970. Charles and Camilla meet for the first time in a polo match at Windsor Great Park, a royal domain. They discover that they both love polo and the outside have the same sense of humor. Camilla jokes about the fact that her great-grandmother had had an affair with King Edward VII, saying, "My great-grandmother was the doxy of your great-great-forefather. I feel we've commodity in common." They begin dating. But Charles leaves to serve in the Royal Navy for 8 months. When he returns, Camilla is engaged to someone differently. 1989. Diana confronts Camilla, approaching her at a party and saying, "I know what is going on between you and Charles, and I just want you to know that." She said to me, "You got everything you ever wanted. You've got all the men in the world fall in love with you, and you've got 2 beautiful children. What further do you want?" So I said, "I want my hubby." And I said, "I am sorry I am in Thiwe, and it must be hell for both of you. But I do know what is going on. Do not treat me like an idiot." The Queen laterally revealed. After 21 times of marriage, Camilla and Andrew Parker Bowles disassociated in 1995, and laterally the same time, following a turbulent marriage and a reproach pest separation. Queen Elizabeth II recommended that Charles and Diana do the same. King Charles' health. He caught and beat COVID-19 doubly. King Charles was unlucky enough to get the original strain of COVID-19 in March of 2020 and also got the contagion again in February of 2022. Both times, he recovered without demanding hospitalization. This is likely due to his healthy life and the fact that he entered all his recommended COVID-19 vaccines and boosters. He was careful to give a good illustration to the public, showing via videotape how he followed the counter-blockade and vaccination rules and encouraged others to do the same. But what about King Charles' third swollen hands? Since Queen Elizabeth II's death, there has been a lot of enterprise in the press and online about his extremely blown hands on its own. Fluid retention, also called edema, in the hands can be a symptom of numerous conditions, ranging from heart or odor complaint to arthritis to lupus. He adds that without fresh data from other symptoms or tests, it's insolvable to know what the source of the lump is. Still, it may simply be that King Charles's hands are inheritable, and he's had them his whole life. A press snap from 1981 shows the also 32-year-old Charles sporting some relatively blown-looking fritters. Royal spectators have noted that Prince Philip, his father, was also known for having rather large, blown hands. Whatever the reason, with these habits and pursuits, as well as with a father and mama who lived to 99 and 96 times independently, chances are good Prince Charles will see a nice, long reign. Camilla's health. Speaking about her opinion on February 13, Buckingham Palace said after suffering the symptoms of a cold wave, Her Majesty the Queen Consort has tested positive for the COVID contagion. With remorse, she has thus cancelled all her public engagements for this week and sends her sincere justifications to those who had been due to attend them. But for that same day, the palace had said Camilla was passing a seasonal illness and would accordingly pull out of a series of engagements planned for Valentine's Day in the West Midlands. She was also forced to skip, on February 15, a visit to Milton Keynes to mark its new megacity status. Charles headed there alone and was met in well-provision, as well as a small group of anti-monarchy protesters. King Charles and Camilla Clarence's house tour. For nearly 2 centuries, Clarence House has been home to elderly members of the British royal family. Currently, the house is known as one of the London homes of King Charles and Camilla, Queen Consort, but the Hearthstone has a fascinating history of its own and has experienced many a reinvention over the times. Then, what you should know about Clarence House. The Hearthstone was designed by John Nash next to St. James's Palace as a home for King George III's son, also Prince William Henry, Duke of Clarence, soon to be King William IV in the 19th century. The 3-story stucco manse was luxurious, to be sure, but far less resplendent than Nash's work on Buckingham Palace. Callers to Clarence House are first saluted by the stunning entrance hall. The entrance hall includes an emotional collection of pottery and art. At the far end hangs the Queen Mother's Garter banner. According to the Clarence House website, Garter banners belong to Knights and Ladies of the Order of the Garter, the oldest and most elderly order of chivalry in Britain. The Lancaster Room. Just off the entrance hall is the Lancaster Room, which is used as a waiting room for callers to the house. The room got its name because the people of Lancaster blessed plutocrat to Princess Elizabeth and the Duke of Edinburgh for their marriage in 1947. The plutocrat was used to embellish and furnish the room. The morning room. This room was firstly designed as the breakfast room. Between 1949 and 1952, the Duke of Edinburgh used it as his study. The room is frequently used for sanctioned family pictures and was lately the position for Prince Louis christening pictures. The library. This room leads off from the morning room and has doors through to the dining room. It was firstly designed as the entrance hall. Before she became queen, Princess Elizabeth, along with the Duke of Edinburgh, had bookshelves installed in the room, turning it into the library. Those bookshelves have ago been replaced by freestanding bookcases. The Queen Mother used it as an informal dining room. The Queen Mother started the tradition of hosting visiting heads of state for tea, explains a Clarence House prophet, and the library, as seen in this picture, is set up in the way it would have been in her day. Their Royal Highnesses continue to uphold this tradition. The dining room. According to a Clarence House prophet, the dining room is frequently used when His Royal Highness hosts large meetings at Clarence House, but it has also witnessed some really memorable family occasions, similar as the regale hosted for Her Majesty the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh, in honor of their diamond marriage anniversary. So this is all for today's video. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell so that you get notified as soon as we upload a video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in next one.